Alright guys, here's my sub 142 lap at Imola, Pro Mazda. Not perfect lap by any means, but I think if you can get somewhere close to this, should be pretty competitive for Thursday night. Just going to stop throughout just to give you an FYI on where I'm braking and what gear I'm dropping down to. So here you want to start hitting the brakes around this 100 marker, and you're going to drop down from 6th into 3rd. You want to stay as far right as you can here until you have to turn in, and then stay as far left as you can until you turn in on the second right-hand turn in the chicane. And you should be full on the gas in 3rd gear when you're making your right turn out of the chicane. For this left-hand turn here, it's just all out, 4th gear, use all the track to get over to the right side. Second chicane here, around the 50 marker, you want to drop down into 4th gear. I find just staying in 4th gear and not giving it too much gas and slowing down a bit is enough. However, you got to make sure you hug the apex on the turn out of the chicane, or else you're going to find yourself going too far left. Here I start braking at the start of this curb, drop down into 2nd gear from about the middle of the track, and then just hug it around the curb. Once you feel stable, you can start giving it gas out of the turn. At this point, I don't really have a great braking zone here. It's usually once the 50 marker is out of vision and I'm closer to this curb up here on the left, I'll just brake ever so slightly and drop it into 4th gear, and then you just want to take a sharp left right at the apex of the curb and hug that, and you'll end up pushing them far out to the right, but you can pretty much give it full gas from 4th gear at that point. Here's a corner where you can lose a lot of speed, or a lot of time I should say. What you want to be doing here is actually getting into 5th gear where we're already at, and actually basically keeping gas all the way around the corner, and then just letting off, and then once you're stabilized, you have to quickly brake and shift down into 2nd gear. And then you want to hug the curb here, but make sure you don't go too far right, because if you get up onto these little blocks, it'll really unsettle the car. And if you go too far left up here, you'll end up getting an off track and more than likely a slowdown penalty. So she's got a chicane coming up here that's really slow. I was trying to take it in 1st gear, but I find that it's too easy to spin out coming out of the chicane. So I've been taking it in 2nd gear. Start braking and downshifting just before the 50 marker, and you're going to have to brake fairly hard to make sure that you're slow enough through the chicane. Even in 2nd gear, if you end up taking it too fast, you'll end up spinning out. Also note, in some other cars you do take a lot of curb here. I found trying to take too much curb really slowed down the car, so I pretty much avoided it. Just a note here, I should have been moving over to the right just before the bridge. I just kind of fell asleep at the switch, so you want to move over right quicker than I did, so that you're not pressuring yourself into braking too fast before the next left. So here you're just stopping. We just passed it at the 100 marker there, and you're quickly going from sixth into second, and then you want to make sure that you hug as much curb here as you can. You'll see that there's a curb, and then up here there's this secondary curb. You can get your tires onto the secondary curb, but if you take too much of it, you'll end up getting an off track. And it's the same thing going out of the turn here on the right hand side. So second gear there, shift up into third, and then we'll take third gear left down onto the front straight. So that's my sub 142. I'll rerun it again where I shut up, so if you guys want to just watch a run, have at it.